Hello, Sagittarius. I am going to do your love reading for the next little while here. It can be up to a 6-month time frame from whenever you see this video. If it resonates with you, take it. If not, try either the sign right before or right after you, depending on where you fall in the in your birthday, brain. Or try your other signs that show up in your chart. But especially if you're like really early, like really close to the cusp, then you want to check the sign before you, and really close to the cusp of the later. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. Let's just get to it. I can't talk today. I'm sorry. Okay, so I'm using the Russian Pasayans, Tarot, and Starseed Oracle. First energy coming up, we have the cat, the lock, the bell, and the ring. So in this system, I read differently than a lot of people. So there might be people show up that say I'm wrong, but this is how I read them. In this system, I always take the first card and take into consideration the energies that came up first as well as last. So the cat is showing a little bit of solitude, a little bit of selfishness, which is okay. It's not a bad thing to be a little bit selfish sometimes. The lock is showing up. It shows kind of needing to close yourself off. If the key comes up close to it, it's kind of opening the door. The bell is a sign of, that beautiful sound that comes from churches, but also it can be an alarm, depending on what surrounds it. And then we have the ring, which shows commitment. So I wouldn't take any of this as a negative. I'm not getting a negative feeling intuitively about it. But we'll see what comes up around it. So first, or second card, I guess, we have the skull, the wreath, the key, and the letter. And now I'm not going to really take into consideration that the key is here unless we have the other side of it show up. There's a slight correlation there, so it is sort of something to consider, just as we have the skull coming up and the bell is there. So it could be that there's been, something you need to be wary of, but we'll see. And then we have the clock, the spectacles, the horseshoe, and the arrows. So no matches there. And we have the arrows. So the arrows coming up shows kind of shooting your shot and focusing where you want to focus and going for it. So if there's somebody that you are finding interest in, take your chance. You might actually end up hitting them with a Cupid arrow. Okay. And then we have the sun, SOS, fire, and the chains. So nothing really significant there. We have the anchor, the moon, the arrows, and the flag. The coin, the snake, the book, and the lightning. And then we have the swan, the chains, the chalice, and the moon. So yeah, nothing really coming up significant here yet. The bell, the snake, the arrow, and the heart. the wreath, the windmill, the crown, and the umbrella. Now we have the ring, and now the ring here is fairly close in proximity. Not super significant, but because it is in the first card there, there could be some new energy coming in that creates some significance for you. Okay, and then we have the chalice. Now the chalice is definitely in proximity, so that's good. It's that fluid energy, the energy of water. You know, things kind of, water can get anywhere. Can get around anything. Any obstacle, the water can figure out a way through. The skull coming up there, it's not really significant. There's nothing really telling me that there's any significance to it. The Libra there with the justice scales, we're not getting a match there, and the flower either. Now we do have a storm that has passed with the proximity there. The arrows, the fire, and the horseshoe, nothing coming up. And we have the lock. And see, now the lock is like far away from each other. So that tells me that it's not something that you're completely locked out of or closed off from. And we do have that half of the key fairly close. So that's more of a positive energy there. And we have the duck and the book. I don't think there's any. No. Oh, and then we have the windmill. Okay, windmill is about letting nature drive the energy forward. So just kind of don't try to force anything. Just let yourself enjoy life right now. Oh, we have the candle coming up here. That's a light in the dark, being able to light your way through something. I feel like a lot of this is telling you to really just depend on yourself, to light your own way through the next little while when it comes to love, and allow that love in when it comes. There is a light coming in from the darkness. And you've got those Cupid arrows there. So, but I just get this feeling, don't push it too much, you know, shoot your shot, you know, talk to that person and then let it unfold. And we have the duck, the tree, SOS, and umbrella, nothing coming up there. Flower, the clock, the sun, the crown. Yeah, nothing coming up there. Spectacles, justice scales, flag, and crossroads. Nothing there. And then we have the last card here. And we have the other end of the cat. So I think you've spent enough time kind of in solitude, and also kind of taking care of other people and doing what everybody else wants you to do. You need to be more selfish. The other key coming up, that is, I'm going to take that as significant as something being unlocked for you as well. The swan is that beauty and the grace, really beautiful energy. And the tree shows being able to put roots down with someone, you know, and weather the different seasons. So, I mean, it looks really good. It looks like basically it's time to focus more on you and gain a little bit of confidence. Talk to the people. If you like somebody, go talk to them and then let nature figure it out. Okay, first energy to come up here is the crown chakra. So do some crown chakra meditations. Then we have heartache and loss. So don't be afraid of this. We'll see what comes up with it, but I think it's really in that situation of letting go of the things that have gone wrong, unlocking that heartache and loss and healing from it. Do also sacral chakra meditation. So yeah, you really need to spend some time in meditation, and that doesn't mean sitting there and thinking about nothing. That can just mean going out into nature and taking in the energies of nature. It's whatever meditation is to you, do that. It can be taking a 5-minute shower and just letting the water kind of wash things away. It's there's no wrong way to meditate. And then authority. So yeah, things you're going to be able to take charge of your life and take charge of your love life. But always remember, especially with like the way this is set up, shoot your shot, leave it up to the universe. So now a couple of the Starseed Oracle cards. Activated Earth, power places, Leylons, trust where you're led. Yep, get out into nature. And then we have surrender to the sweetness. This is basically what I've been saying this whole time. You have to let the universe take over. Venus energy, that's that love energy, pleasure, joy, make love to life. So I hope that this is helpful for you, Sagittarius. First person to leave a comment below, I'll do a card for them. And do all the things like share, subscribe, maybe get me to 15 subscribers in the next couple of days. That would be really great. I'm brand new, so that'd be really helpful to me. But anyway, I'll talk to you guys soon.